Hello dear students, welcome to the online classes presented by Southern Global School. I am Mr. Faruk Shaikh and today I am going to teach you Environmental Changes Standard 8 Chapter 7. Okay, in the previous chapter also I taught you about some environment changes which occurred with the human activities because of the greed of the humans. Okay, later also we see that what kind of the effects have been done on the environment by the human activities. Let us start the our chapter. So here it is. So there has been an on the environment there has been an increase in natural climates like a famine, cyclone, excessive rain and floods in the last 10 years. यानी कि लास्ट 10 साल में अगर हम देखें तो जो नेचुरल क्लाइमेट से कुदरत जो आपत्ति है दैट लाइक अ फेमाइन, cyclone, excessive rain, and because there is a occur the floods in the different region. This also there was so much flood occur in the different parts of the India, and also experience the heavy rainfall, and that is also we are experiencing from last 10 years. जो सब चेंजेस है वो लास्ट 10 साल में आया है. The places receiving heavy rainfall are now experiencing less rainfall. The Rajasthan and the Dubai experience heavy rain and there is scarcity of rain in Cherrapunji. What is change? So the places which receiving the heavy rainfall, they experiencing now less rainfall, and the Rajasthan and the Dubai who experience rain and there is a scarcity in the चिरापुंजी. चिरापुंजी मेघालय जहाँ पे दुनिया का सबसे ज़्यादा बारिश गिरती है वहाँ पे अभी पानी की बहुत कमी है. रिसोर्सेज स्केंसी ऑफ रेन, बहुत कम बारिश हो रही है. द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ पल्सिस हैज़ ग्रोन डाउन. ओके, और जो पल्सिस का जो हम प्रोडक्शन करते हैं वो बहुत ही कम हो गया है. द लेवल ऑफ ग्राउंड वाटर हैज़ डिक्रीज. जो ग्राउंड वाटर है ज़मीन के अंदर जो पानी है उसका लेवल बहुत नीचे जा रखा है. ओके, दैट इज़ वाई दैट वी हैव टू ट्यूब वेल्स, द हैंड पम्प, दैट बोरवेल्स. ओके, वी हैव टू यूज इट. The melting of glaciers has increased the water level in ocean. This has aggravated the erosion of the coastline. Okay, and that is also that melting of the glaciers in the North Pole, which are the ice glaciers, they have started the melting, and that is the why the level of the ocean is increasing. Human being will fall will fall victim to dehydration and the malnutrition due to the increase in the temperature. Because of the temperature, when the temperature is increased, the human will fall victim of dehydration, यानी कि शरीर में पानी की बहुत कमी हो जाएगी और जो पोषण मिलना चाहिए मिनरल्स का वो नहीं मिलेगा. दैट इज ऑल्सो ही ऑल्सो फॉल टू द डिहाइड्रेशन एंड द मालन्यूट्रिशन. There will be changes in the cycle of season. The characteristic of summer and winter season will change. Now what we are experiencing in a one day we experience all three seasons. In the morning there is too much cold, in the noon there is too much hot, and in the evening there is a rain. So we experience three seasons in a day. So in the monsoon, sorry, in the winter and in the summer also they will change their characteristic. Okay, as it is the vegetation also will change their characteristic. Now the mango we can get only in the summer, we also will be get that is in the winter too, in the monsoon also. So the season also will change their characteristic. Okay, the salinity of the soil in Gujarat will increase due to the increase of 25 centimeter in sea level. And the salinity soil in Gujarat, गुजरात की ज़मीन में है जो सॉइल है, जो नमक है, उसकी जो मात्रा है वो बढ़ेगी. बिकॉज द कोस्ट लाइन ऑफ द गुजरात लेवल इट इज़ इंक्रीज 25 सेंटीमीटर. दैट 25 इज नॉट लेस, इट इज ऑल्सो टू मच. There is a marked decline in the agriculture production. Okay, the factories in the frequency of diseases like a cholera or dengue, malaria, yellow fever, swine flu, and also now we explained that another different diseases, okay, etc., has increased. Okay, yellow fever, kamuru, typhoid. Okay, now the corona is spread due to the virus. So because of this agriculture production, okay, and the frequency of diseases like a cholera and they all will increase. The area near the coast of Maldives, Bangladesh, Philippines, West Indies and Australia have submerged. ये जो बड़े बड़े जो देश है which are the islands and which are near the coastline, this all the countries will submerge into the ocean, यानी कि समुद्र में वो डूब जाएंगे, because the sea level is increased. According to the institution named Greenpeace, approximately 55 lakh people living in Gujarat will have to migrate in the year 2100, 2100 century. Okay, in the 2100 century, that 55 people who are living in the Gujarat, they have to migrate from coastline to the interior area of the Gujarat. Why? Because the most of the coastal areas of the Gujarat will submerge into the ocean. तो पानी में डूब जाएगी, समुद्र में डूब जाएंगे. Okay, the flowers are losing their fragrance due to the global warming. Beehive are disappearing fast. Okay, जो फूलों की जो नेचुरल खुशबू है वो भी आ नहीं रही हमें. ओके, दैट इज वाई दैट पीपल हु आर द मर्चेंट, दे आर सेलिंग द फ्लावर्स बाय सेंडिंग द स्प्रे ऑन द फ्लावर. फूलों पे वो स्प्रे डालते हैं, सेंट डालते हैं, परफ्यूम डालते हैं और उसको बेच रहे हैं, बिकॉज दे हैवंट देयर नेचुरल, देयर ओरिजिनल फ्रेगरेंस, खुशबू नहीं है उनकी. एंड ऑल्सो द बी हाइव, जो मधुमक्खियाँ हैं वो बहुत फास्ट में, बहुत झड़प से वो लुप्त हो रही है. ओके, so these are the effects of the global warming. Okay, and increasing the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and because of the pollution are affected, environment polluted because of the human activities. Here you can see the what are the effects of the global warming, and the how that we are using the ACs and all. AC also increase that, release so much carbon methane in the atmosphere. Also the refrigerator. Okay, in the behind it, you can see this is the whole the panel of this refrigerator. This release the methane in the atmosphere, and the which are the rays. Okay, the rays which are released by the sun, they are the UVB and the UVA. Okay, UVB, which are the ultraviolet in the violet color, they are harmful for the living beings. Okay, these are the pink color. Okay, they are good. Okay, वो सही है. Okay, they are good because plants also need the rays. Okay, and that this is the why the which are the harmful ultraviolet rays. Okay, so they are absorbed by the ozone layer, यानी कि ozone layer में वो absorb हो जाते हैं. There these ultraviolet rays are not reached to the earth, but this UVA. Okay, the UVA which are not harmful. Okay, so that is the why UVB and the UVA, this is the two types of the ultraviolet rays which are released by the sun. Okay, so that is the why that ozone layer which decrease the intensity of the ultraviolet rays, okay, which are harmful to the human beings. This ultraviolet A are not harmful. Okay, so it is not that observed by the UV ozone layer. Okay, it can be reached to the plants. Okay, that plants can be grow. And also because of the refrigerator, the thermal power station, ACs. Okay, this is also decrease, sorry, increase the pollution in the atmosphere, and also they increase the global warming. Then instead of using that conventional source of energy, petrol, diesels and all, we should use the non-conventional source of energy, like energy which is produced by the solar energy, the wind, electricity which is produced by the wind energy, the gases which are produced by the biomass. Okay, gobar gas, which is called the gobar gas, and also that energy, the electricity which is produced by the tidal energy. If we use this, so in this, the production of this electricity, we not used any petrols or any other, so which are not release the pollution or the smoke in the atmosphere, in the environment. So these are the eco-friendly resources which produce the energy or the electricity. Okay, so these are called the non-conventional source of energy. मीन्स ये वाटर पानी है तो हमने एक बार यूज़ कर लिया, उसके बाद बार बार उसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं. द विंड्स ऑफ द वॉट, द वेव, फोर्स ऑफ द वेव्स, wind, that also we can use many of the time, and it's also not produce the pollution. Okay, so these are called the non-conventional source of energy: the solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy and the tidal energy. These are the non-conventional source of energy. Then how we can measure our how we can prevent our earth from the global warming, हमें क्या करना चाहिए. So there is a points are given. रिड्यूस द यूज ऑफ सोर्स दैट रिलीज CO2, यानी कि हमें ऐसी चीज़ों का उपयोग करते हैं, जो हम यूज़ करते हैं उसको कम कर देना चाहिए, विच रिलीज द CO2 कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो रिलीज करती है एटमोसफियर में। अफॉरेस्टेशन एंड द कन्वर्जन ऑफ फॉरेस्ट विल बी डन, यानी कि हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पेड़ लगाने चाहिए, और जो फॉरेस्ट है उसको हमें कंजर्व करना चाहिए, पेड़ों को हमें बचाना चाहिए। ग्रोविंग ट्रीज हेल्प टू रिड्यूस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, okay, and tree absorb the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen. So that's why these trees are growing, they help to reduce the carbon dioxide. So we should have to plant more and more trees. Avoid the use of plastic. Now plastic is the most important substance who release the methane and the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere while we burn it. Okay, optimum use of mineral manure and the pesticides, okay, which we are using the pesticides and the fertilizers in the farming. We have to use जब जरूरत हो तभी उसका यूज करो, don't use unnecessarily and the lots of abundant quantity. Adopt organic farming, use green manures and the cattle manure. Organic farming not to use the any types of the fertilizers and the pesticides or the insecticides in the farm. Instead of this you fertilizer and the insect and the pesticide, we can use the green manures like a composite fertilizer, which is produced, which is built make by dungs of the buffalo and the cows urine and the, okay, and also the cattle manures. Okay, we can use the green manures and the pesticides like which is the milk made by the solvents of the cow urine and the solvents of the neem. We have to use it. Add biotic in the food for animals, okay, जो एनिमल्स का जो बायोटिक्स है जो खाने हैं, ऐड बायोटिक इन द फूड फॉर एनिमल्स. ऑप्टिमम यूज ऑफ हाउस होल्ड अप्लायंसेस, फ्रिज, रेफ्रिजरेटर, AC, वाटर कूलर, ओके, वॉशिंग मशीन, दिस अप्लायंसेस वी हैव टू यूज ऑप्टिमम, इसका कम से कम उपयोग हो सके उतना करना चाहिए. ओके, एज इट इज ऑल्सो द व्हीकल्स. ओके, प्रॉपर यूज ऑफ मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट, कहीं पे अगर हमें जाना है, ओके, इफ आवर फैमिली होल वांट टू गो द आउटसाइड, सो दैट टाइम वी डोंट हैव टू वी हैव 3-4 बाइक्स, सो वी टू गो फॉर 3 बाइक्स इंस्टेड ऑफ वी कैन यूज द एनी वन व्हीकल, यानी कि एक व्हीकल करके हम वहाँ पे जा सकते हैं. ओके, देन चेक द ग्रोथ ऑफ ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन, okay, and the what is the population of the human being are growth, we should have to check year by year, and also we have to control the population of human beings. Now global policy to protect environment को कैसे प्रोटेक्ट किया जा सकता है. So, on realizing that human activities are the root cause of destruction of the environment, the countries of the world gathered at the Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, in the 1972, to think of way to protect the environment. Another convention was held at Rio de Janeiro in the Brazil. Now the countries are aware, the whole world becomes the aware. वो जग गया है, तो पता चला गया कि नाउ वी आर फीलिंग द टू मच हॉट, द ईयर बाय ईयर द टेम्परेचर इज इंक्रीज ऑन द अर्थ, एंड द ईयर बाय ईयर द अर्थ इज बिकम द हॉटर. So that's why now we have to think about the global warming. We have to decrease the temperature. We have to decrease the pollution, and that is the why the many of the countries were gather. Okay, so to protect the earth, okay, the world gather at Stockholm. Okay, the countries of the world gather at Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, in 1972 to think of way to protect the environment. Okay, and after this another convention also was held at the Rio de Janeiro in the Brazil, okay, which is in the America. Okay, so two meetings are held. Okay, then after, in the meeting held at Copenhagen, okay, then one more meeting was held at the Copenhagen. In the meeting that held at the Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark, in the year 2009, to discuss global warming, it was observed the developed nations are not accepting the carbon cut, the technique to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. Another meeting was held at the Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark, in the year 2009. Okay, in the meeting held at the Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark, in the 2009, it was discussed to global warming. Okay, and this meeting was held to discuss the global warming. And in the meeting, they were discussed. Okay, they were observed The developed nations are not accepting the carbon cut. America, China, Russia, Japan, Italy, Germany, who are the developed nation, they are not accepting this carbon cut technique. Okay, they are not accepting this agreement. The carbon cut means what? There is a technique to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, यानी कि फैक्ट्रीज इंडस्ट्रीज वहाँ से कार्बन के कैसे कम रिड्यूस हो सके, ओके उसको कट करना है. सो दे हैव टू यूज what types of the using the material which producing that more carbon dioxide. Okay, so they have to use this method, but they are not accepting this method. Okay, so that is the reason the countries who are the developing, they are not accepting this carbon cut method. So, and the developing nation were increasing pressure for the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. It was decided to give an aid of $100 billion for the development of developing nation. In this meeting, 59 research papers from 45 countries were presented, and through it the leader of the world were made out to think seriously regarding the changing climate. Okay, and to reduce these greenhouse gases, okay, the 10 $100 billion were given to the development of developing nation. यानी कि जो which nations are developing, okay, they were given the $100 billion. Okay, granted, the grant were given to the $100 billion the nations. Okay, to for the kit, for the aid. Okay, so they can establish the instrument in the industries and in the factories which reduce the less carbon dioxide, which reduce the less carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And the 59 research papers also were given from the 55 countries. Okay, and the leaders also were made to think seriously regarding the changing of climate. On the average of a citizen in the world emits 4.5 ton carbon dioxide. ओके, यानी कि पूरी दुनिया में जो लोग हैं एवरेज 4.5 मेट्रिक टन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज करते पूरे साल में. Okay, and what is the percentage of the India? So India citizen emits 1.2 metric ton carbon dioxide. Now we can think whole world, पूरी दुनिया 4.5 है, तो 1.2 metric ton तो इंडिया का ही है. Okay, so other developing nation release far lesser carbon dioxide gas. Large amount of concession should be given for development, and more restrictions should be imposed on the countries like the USA, and the average American emits 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide. Okay, the an average American emits 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide. Okay, so that is the why we should have to think about it very seriously. Now, how we can reduce the carbon dioxide, how we can prevent ourselves from the greenhouse effect in our earth. Okay, so we have to think about it. So this is the chapter is the over. Now answer the following question. That first is the what is climate. So also I taught you in the class, during the class, that what is the climate, the difference also I told you. What do you mean by greenhouse effect? So there is the one house is drawn. Okay, and what is the meaning of the greenhouse effect? Okay, how that the sun rays can penetrate and which cannot be moved outside of the houses in the glass. Okay, that I was taught about the greenhouse effect. You also have to write what is global warming. Okay, so because of the earth is getting the hotter year by year, and the temperature of the earth is increasing. Okay, and because of these the glaciers are melting and the sea level is increasing. This is called the global warming, and because of these that many of the seasons also change, also they change their characteristic. This is called the global warming. List down the possible adverse effect of global warming. यानी कि इसके पहले हमें जो that I taught you the effects of the global warming. Okay, so these are the adverse effect of the global warming. You have to write this in your note. You can any 5-6 you have to prepare and also do by heart. Then list down the home appliances of daily use that add to global warming. So you can write that in the fifth question. Okay, refrigerator, AC, television, washing machine. Okay, these are the appliances. Okay, number 6, which country hosted the last world convention to protect the environment? So at the Copenhagen. Okay, now fill in the blanks with the appropriate words. So increase in the proportion of the dash gas has lead to the increase in the global temperature. Okay, increase in the proportion of the dash gas has lead to the increase in the global temperature. So it is a carbon dioxide. CFC is released in maximum due to the use of home appliances. Here is the home appliances. Number 3, there has been an increase of dash degrees Celsius in the temperature of the earth in the last 100 years. This is you have to find out from the textbook. It is given. Okay, I will give the answer, but if you will find out from this video or from the textbook, it is good that you will also learn. Okay, 100% you will get the answer from the textbook. Now number 4, it is necessary to make dash use of resource to check the increase in the global temperature. Okay, it is necessary to make dash use of resources to check the increase in the global temperature. Okay, so what type of the resource that we have to use, that is an increase in the global temperature. Okay, so what will be then answer, you have to think it. ये आपको सोच के लिखना कि यहाँ पे क्या आंसर आएगा. Okay, so you have to try to write yourself in the fill in the blanks. Write short note. So what steps will be taken to prevent global warming? So in the previous slide I taught you about it, that is you have to write. Okay, here it is the given that what types of the prevent we can take. Okay, this is the answer for it. Discuss the adverse effects of climate change, and these are the global policy and what is the climate change, adverse effect of the climate changing. Okay, from the here also you can write the points and which are the effects of the climate changing, that the also that the countries which were the receiving the so much rain, now there is a very less rainfall, and the regions Rajasthan and Dubai who were experiencing the very less rain, now there is a raining. Okay, and the Cherrapunji who was the world highest rain record, okay, now there is a scarcity of the rain. Okay, these are the effects of the global warming. So you have to discuss and the point wise you have to be right about the effects of the global warming. So students, class is the over here. I will send you the some additional question also after in the PDF form. You have to write yourself. Okay, so bye bye, take care. If you have the any doubts or the any questions, you can ask me by call or in the WhatsApp by the message to my personal number. Okay, bye bye, take care.